This is today's thumbnail.
Oh, your shocked face for the porn? Wow.
Before the election, now if you're MAGA or something like that, I don't pick sides, okay? I think all y'all fucking nuts, okay?
Yeah, but you don't support bi people not picking sides. That's crazy.
I just need you to play
You
for a
just
team.
contradicted yourself.
Huh? Before the elections, there was this thing called Project 2025, okay? It was like a blueprint of what would happen after Trump wins, you know what I mean? Because this is what some of the dudes some of his more conservative supporters wanted, right? And they deny. And a lot of stuff that was in there has come to fruition. They have actually implemented.
Yes.
One of the big ones was a porn ban, okay? A national ban on fucking pornography. Now, if you listen to me,
Oh, crazy.
when I interviewed Bonnie, when she was here and I talked about OnlyFans girls, I'm telling them this shit's not gonna fucking last.
Yes,
Go on.
but
What?
now it's going into effect. Like,
No, I mean, it's not going into effect per se. So
stressed.
this dude here is Mike Lee. Okay, Mike Lee is a senator from Utah. He's Trump's boy, you know what I mean? Even from his first run, okay? And so Mike Lee is introducing a bill to redefine what obscenity means, right? And make it federally illegal. Okay, so porn would be illegal on the federal level.
That just seems
so you're talking OnlyFans. So so it's Senator Mike Lee and along with Illinois Representative Mary Miller to draft legislation, the Interstate Obscenity Definition Act.
The IODA.
Yes. Now, a lot of y'all might be going, Sky, that'll never pass. This is Mike Lee here. Why the fuck y'all think that wouldn't pass? Huh?
Yeah, we got cuckoo birds running this country, of course.
Why y'all think that wouldn't pass?
Oy.
Homeboy, see, and here's the thing. If you have a bill that comes to the floor to ban pornography, right? Who's supposed, I mean, like, how many Democrats would actually, I don't know that they have the full support of Democrats when it comes.
I really fucking hope they don't.
No, hold on. No, what I'm saying is this. Usually if Republicans bring something to the floor, all Democrats go against it, right? But I don't know that in this case because a lot of everyday people are disgusted by the proliferation of OnlyFans. And just looking at OnlyFans, they want that shit to stop because now all your daughters and shit want to show they frickin', you know, pancakes on the fucking internet. And so people beginning to believe that this has to come to an end. This needs to shut down, you see? Okay, let me tell you why I would be against something like this. Just from the business aspect of this. Okay, because
I'm going off morals, so he can do business.
Forget morals for a second. A lot of crazy shit happening right now, right? Okay. You're getting rid of all the fucking immigrants. Now remember, all these dudes pay taxes, whether you believe it or not, because they have fake social security numbers and stuff's deducted, and so they pay taxes. You have a lot of tourists now aren't coming here. Okay, so that's a huge chunk of money disappearing. And think of the economy of OnlyFans and the sex work. There's billions of dollars that would disappear overnight as well. Like the American economy can't take all these fucking hits. So just looking at it from a business perspective, I'll leave that shit alone. Because every one of y'all who rub out, adds to the GDP. Good looking out. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people have issues with this shit. You see what I'm saying?
Because it's an unspoken thing that people are into and they're like
No, but okay.
It says a lot about the culture as a whole.
No, but for the first time in history, you have a plethora, I don't know, I wouldn't say all, you have a significant number of fucking high school girls who looking to get on OnlyFans the minute they turn fucking 18.
Well, why?
That was not the case before.
But why isn't society setting them up to reach for more?
I mean, what else is there?
Okay. So maybe it's something that this
can be an argument.
This is not going to stop the problem. This is not going to stop whatever issue.
Yeah, I get that. It's not going to. Okay, so corn also ban on air regular.
Obviously, people should be of age if they're going to do porn and everything because there's a certain kind of maturity I think you need so you can not normal.
They want ban porn and then release all the restrictions on AI. It's fucking wild. Okay, anyway, here's my thing. This is why I think this can pass. Because here's what you do. You got Lily Phillips. I don't know if you remember when she slept with 100 guys and she was being interviewed and how she broke down crying.
Yeah.
You got videos like that. These girls ain't necessarily happy. You got Lana Rhodes, who was crying when she was talking about how she was abused in the industry. Okay? You put together a compilation of all these famous fucking girls talking about the porn industry, and there's no way they can be able to stand there and talk about how fucking positive this shit is. It's just not gonna work. Then you bring in a bunch of dudes who got porn addictions and it destroyed. You know, yes, I used to watch porn 24 hours a day. Started my marriage, you know. My wife left me, took the kids. They can put all these stories together? Okay. Dog, that's a compelling fucking argument.
And if you were a lawyer for the people who wanted to pass this or proven it, yeah, you'd probably win. But that's all about perspective. Not saying that those stories aren't out there, but it's all about the angle and perspective you take.
Okay, so what you can do? How you can get?
I've talked to porn stars from back in the day where they were like, they regret nothing that they did. They had only good memories. So it depends on who you talk to and what they specifically went through.
But that's a fucking
It's going to be harder. It's not a lie.
Dude, when you catch some girls in a moment of fucking honesty,
are what the media is running more than anything.
You get, listen.
I just don't think, I think that's one-sided. As a devil's advocate, that is one-sided. I'm not saying there's stuff out there that isn't wrong, but I see how people will fall into that.
Even Diddy's shit with the freak offs, you know what I mean? Because apparently they do have videos of the freak offs.
Oh.
They do have videos.
That's what you should have
But it doesn't look like these were necessarily filled with celebrities, because he was hiring prostitutes, you see? To come in and bang Cassie and pee on her. Was he getting these motherfuckers tested? This dude was doing some wild shit, okay? She have to have some kind of fucking gingivitis or some shit right now. Okay, but my point is, you show them the Diddy freak off videos. This is what society's become. You know, he actually filmed this and put this out there because that's pornography as well.
Yes.
So all the videos that go in favor of banning porn are gonna be fucking intense.
Okay, and I think this is, yes, but this is a good point right here too. Like, teach their own, but they are trying to do this only to keep their own kids from going to OnlyFans. Because if you also look back historically, when bills like this that all of a sudden come out of nowhere, or like people are like, oh, it's been coming, it's usually connected to someone specifically who's been affected but is in law, is in the GOP. They now have the power and accessibility to make a law that benefits
people likening this.
So I think that's a great point.
The testimony said, Cassie asked if we beat on.
No, stop. That's crazy. She did it.
Very specific. Both sides very specific. Okay, but here's the thing.
What?
I'm just telling you, the videos that you can be able to compile of the negative shit with porn, because every fucking girl in porn have a bad story. And see, that's all you need, the bad stories, not the positive, you know what I mean?
So what does this mean though? So this means now we have to go, like, it's gonna be illegal to watch porn, you know what I mean?
It'd probably be illegal to produce porn.
So you can only watch what's already out there?
I don't even think you can watch whatever out there. I think they can make all these sites come down.
So then they're gonna start arresting people technically who've now watch. So we're gonna let everyone out who now we decided weed is cool, weed is fine. So everyone who smoked out a history like that out of jail, everyone who watches porn in jail.
Okay, hold on. You gotta understand how this works. This is like what they did with Prohibition. It's not going to work.
Doesn't this whole period?
But they try.
Okay, but think about it. OnlyFans girls, I've thought about this, are basically, history repeats itself. They're basically the flappers of the 2020s.
The flappers?
So like, because the 1920s you had flappers, you had the sexual girls and stuff like that. It all was bad. They all wanted it to stop. Prohibition comes in. Flappers go out. Alcohol is no longer allowed. It's just a repeat of history. Okay. So it's going to backfire. So let them pass it. It won't last that long.
Well, hold on. This is
my opinion.
This bill has just been introduced. It ain't on the floor yet and all that sort of stuff. So we can see how far it can go. But I'm just telling you, if there was ever a time that you could ban porn, it's probably right now. And see, you have so many young dudes out there speaking out against OnlyFans, right? So there's a movement for this. You see? Now hold on, these dudes that talk a bunch of shit about OnlyFans are probably still watching the night rubbing out, right?
1,000%.
But they pretend to. And that's all you need.
Oh, the hypocrisy.
Who's supposed to stand up there and be like, no. We don't need to ban porn. These OnlyFans girls are doing good work. They have a right.
What, so now they gotta go out and do charity work on top of fucking your husband?
Because whoever defending OnlyFans can have to preface it with something like this.
Crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an American. I believe in freedom. I personally do not watch OnlyFans, and I think it's disgusting. However, they have a right to exist. They have a right to produce this kind of content. See, you starting off with I think it's disgusting. There's no politician who could come out and be like, I watch OnlyFans. I think it's great. Okay, we need more OnlyFans. You see how fucking hard this is to defend?
You'd have to come from. It's about sexual freedoms.
All I know is
it's about sexual freedoms.
I personally know porn stars who voted for Trump.
Well, that's just fun. You know what? We pretty much all know porn stars he's actually slept with. So
they definitely go into the payment processes. And Bozak, like in Texas, you need to put in your driver's license to watch porn, right? So Pornhub left Texas.
And on such a bigger note, there's so many other things within this country to be fucking worrying about. Porn is really not one of them.
Do it. Trust me. This shit's gonna be fucking fun.
It's just so stupid that the media is gonna rally people even further behind this because of how they're gonna push it.
I don't think because I think it could turn into like a Democrat versus Republican issue. But only thing with this one is you're not gonna have all Democrats on your side because some dudes don't want to touch this shit.
Yeah, because their porn history is probably crazy. They've probably been to sex clubs before. Everyone has sex. Everyone has it. How you want to have it, as long as it's consensual, is up to fucking you. Okay.
All I know
if you want to watch porn instead of do it.
All I know is this shit was coming. I called this. I was like, dude, these dudes can go at fucking porn.
There's nothing.
And they told you they was going to porn. 2025.
They did tell.
Project 2025 said they were going to go at porn. And these dudes were like, nah, it's not gonna happen. But I know porn stars who voted for Trump.
It's one thing if they want to make it harder to get into the porn industry or something, or they want to try to do something like that. I understand that's still going to be hard because people will go.
At a minimum, I can tell you what they can do, and this is how you kill porn. Like I said,
yeah.
Certain states are passing laws already where you have to use your driver's license to watch porn, right? To go on Pornhub.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, but here's the thing: Pornhub then pulls out of that state. Yeah. Okay, so you need a VPN to get in. Yeah, but you're saying you're not mad at that, right? Well, but if we have to put our personal information in, we're not gonna fucking do that.
Exactly, unless you're really a fucking creep or something.
We're not gonna do that so that can kill the industry. Because most dudes can't do that shit. You don't want your fucking driver's license.
No, yeah. I think porn is meant to be anonymously watched. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. There is no reason anybody should be able to use.
No, that's true, Bozak, that's
right. See, but that's when it gets. It's.
But Gerard, in his defense, this ain't really like Trump pushing this.
Why would he push it? He sleeps with porn stars.
I know, but see, these are dudes.
So what, he's not pushing it, but he's like, go ahead, do it anyway.
But these are conservative dudes underneath him who got him elected. So you owe them.
You do owe them.
So when they come up and be like, hey, we want ban porn, right? He got to go fuck.
Also.
What?
I don't know if you got a chance to talk about this, but do we now start seeing the connection between Elon Musk and Trump with the South African white refugees who want to come here?
Yeah.
And they're like, but do we see a connection now? Things are starting to fucking add up.
But he said that. Elon said that. Elon spoke to him about that. That's been public.
I'm just saying, someone who, like, prior to working with you, I did not do my research on Elon the way I should have been as a normal person. So as it's coming up now, I'm like, there was the connection. It was right there. But, like, if you're not paying attention to the little things happening, shit. Now we're stuck like trying to ban porn. Fucking
So that's the problem is that it's for LGBTQ too.
Well, I'm not into that. I will be the first one to be like, let porn fly its flag high, okay? Fuck that. That's crazy. I didn't watch it like that, but now I'm going to just.
All I know is one of the things out of Prohibition was that when Prohibition began, there was some logic to it, right? Because a lot of people were drinking a lot. Even kids were drinking. You know what I mean? Because because at that particular time, there was nothing wrong with your kids having some mead or a little beer or something like that. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's so normal in Europe, and that's why all their alcoholic rates are way lower than ours.
But dudes,
it's not the worst thing.
But a lot of dudes are getting really fucked up.
Yeah. And
so women started complaining. So women really started that big movement. And here's what happened. People drank more after the law was passed.
Yes, because it's always way more exciting to be drunk when you're not allowed to.
And here's the even wilder shit, okay? that they don't talk about. Because this is so fucking crazy. So if you went to the grocery store during Prohibition, right?
Yeah.
There would be stuff in there. And they would tell you, and it'll be warning label. This is no bullshit, Google. It's warning label. Under no circumstances should you mix this with this. And then leave it for 2 hours. And then do this and then do that. Because that would be illegal. Please don't do it.
Because it makes liquor.
No, yeah. So they're telling you how to fucking mix it. So you go into the store and you're taking your shit home to make your fucking own alcohol.
Dude.
right?
That's where moonshine comes from.
When I saw that, I was like, holy shit. So they telling you how to take this stuff, put it in your bathtub, leave it for this long, do this, do that, and you could make your own alcohol. So everyone started mixing. You see?
No, but...
And then NASCAR came out of fucking Prohibition because those dudes originally were outrunning the police with their batches of booze. And that's how NASCAR started. That's also how the fucking mafia started.
I didn't know that. Yes. The thing is, when a country goes to such an extreme to ban something completely, it always backfires. Someone said it in here, like they're just gonna have underground porn spots. Yeah, they fucking are. Like, so we already did this once. We're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be.
It might not happen though. But I think if there was a time to get a porn ban passed, is right now.
I think it's also gonna separate the generations more. I think the younger generations are way more sexually free and like, why the fuck would you do that? Whereas the older ones who were brought up to be like, this is how it should be, are gonna be the ones with the biggest issue.
Dude, I don't know. Cause see, they can grab Bonnie Blue's face, and even though she's British, right? She ain't even American.
Yeah.
They gonna post her everywhere. I'm posting videos of 1,000 guys, and her doing 100 guys, and Lily Phillips doing 50 guys back door, and this shit and that shit, and it gonna freak the public out, and a lot of people gonna be like, we gotta get rid of this shit, and they can just wipe that fucking whole industry out. Watch this shit.
That's so unfair.
I'm just telling you, like if you need someone to set up the marketing to get people convinced that we need to ban porn, let me just tell you what to post.
All I want to say is the consequences of this, if it goes through, is going to be wild. The mafia is coming right back. Damn, like you guys are going to create another issue. But all right, let's see.
Yeah, what was I saying?
Have no choice.
Porn is on borrowed time. They're going at minimum raise the minimum wage. What politician going to keep? Is going to fight to keep 8? Yeah.
No one's going to fight for
That's what I'm saying. You can't. So any politician who goes to defend OnlyFans and girls doing porn has to start off with, listen, I don't watch this. I'm actually disgusted by it. However, as an American, I feel that once you start with that shit,
the only way that works. If you were let's play it out. If you're a politician, the only way you might be able to get people on your side is if you're like, no, I support porn, but then you can show all your search history of it and it's normal and just like something the everyday American. I'm saying like you have to make sure there are no weird ass videos you clicked on, accidentally clicked on. There could be no history of your sex life looking like it's bad. That would be the only possible way someone could stand behind this. Because you're mostly right. No one's going up there and going.
All I'm saying is, OnlyFans took porn to the next level. And now that is going to be its fucking end.
It's not even the next level. It's just a new branch of it. You know, it's not.
No, but before, but you gotta understand.
It's more original. Let's say that.
Nikki Huntsman is my friend. She's a porn star, right?
Yeah.
But she's a legit porn star. OnlyFans now is more the girl next door to you. The girl down the street from you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like this shit wasn't happening before. And people look at that and that freaks a lot of people out.
But do you guys remember when I talked to the porn star from the 80s? Huge porn star in the 80s. I'll give you her name later.
What, Nina Hartley?
Yeah, and I asked her.
That's her name?
No.
Nina Hartley?
No, I will look it up though. But I asked her, is she upset with OnlyFans? She actually said, no, I think OnlyFans is a great thing in the porn industry because it gives the girls the right to control what they want to do. It gives them way more choice in the matter. On top of that, they make way more money. It cuts out the third parties. So I feel like if you could bring in porn stars from the original porn industry, and now you could also make an argument using people's actual experiences. But again, I don't know who's gonna do that.
I'm just saying, dude. It's
DJ Bozak's download your favorite porn video today. hide it on a flash drive. Just make sure you cannot once the law's in place.